Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that you could create a jaw-dropping cinematic video? You know, the kind with dystopian cities, a brooding hero, a story that feels like it cost a fortune to make, but you could do it all without a camera, without a team, and without spending a single cent. Well, in this explainer, I'm going to give you the exact pipeline to do just that. We're talking about generating AI videos in bulk with perfectly consistent characters all running on autopilot.
No joke, that is the absolute truth. The workflow I'm about to break down for you is a total game changer, and honestly, it's a method most creators don't even know is possible. So stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll have the exact tools and all the steps to create your very own Hollywood-style videos completely for free.
And here it is, our roadmap to success. It's a super simple 5-step process. We're going to use 5 free tools to create one incredible cinematic video. And the best part, it's totally beginner-friendly. You need zero experience, and it is insanely powerful. So let's get started.
Look, every great video, every great film, it all starts with a great story. It's non-negotiable. This is our foundation, our bedrock, and we're going to use good old ChatGPT to build the entire creative blueprint for our project in like under 10 minutes.
So the very first thing we're going to generate is something I call the Cinematic Bible. Think of this as the master key for the entire workflow. It's a single document that locks in your characters, your visual style, and your story. This is what's going to guarantee perfect consistency from the very beginning to the final export. You're going to be referring back to this thing at every single stage.
And getting it is so easy. Inside ChatGPT, we're just going to use 2 simple prompts. That first prompt, that builds our cinematic Bible. Then, the second prompt, in the same conversation, takes that story and shatters it down into individual numbered scene descriptions. These are perfectly formatted image prompts ready to go for our next step.
All right, moving on to step 2. And let me tell you, this is where most AI video creators just completely fall apart. The number one problem? Consistency. But we are going to solve that problem right now with a technique that guarantees, and I mean guarantees, your characters look the same in every single shot.
You've seen it 100 times, right? A character's face suddenly morphs from one scene to the next, their costume changes color, the whole visual style just drifts. It just screams amateur, and it completely yanks you out of the story. It kills the immersion. We are not going to let that happen.
So what's the solution? It's a technique called reference locking. This is our secret weapon. Seriously, we're going to generate one perfect image for our main character, one for a secondary character, one for our world, and then we lock those images in as visual anchors. This forces the AI to base every single image it generates on those exact references.
And here's just how simple it is to do in Whisk AI using the AutoWhisk extension. You generate your main character. Drag them into the Subject 1 box, done. Generate your second character. Drag them into Subject 2. Done. You generate an image that perfectly captures your world's style, drag that into the Style box. Then, and this is the most crucial part, you enable all 3 of those checkboxes and run AutoWhisk with your scene prompts. It will then generate every single scene, perfectly consistent, and it'll automatically download them all for you. It's magic.
Okay, deep breath. Our images are done, they're consistent, they're cinematic, they look amazing. Now for the real magic. We're about to take every single one of those static images and turn them into living, breathing, animated video clips. And we're going to do it all in one automated batch. And this slide just brilliantly shows why our method is so much better. You see, standard text to video tools, they generate characters from scratch every single time, which leads to that inconsistent mess we talked about. But the frame to video method we're using, it takes our pre-made consistent images and just animates them. This gives us total visual control and, you guessed it, perfect continuity.
Now, when you're using the AutoGrok extension with Grok AI, these are the settings you need to nail. But the most important one here, and I can't stress this enough, is the prompt delay. Set it to 15 seconds. It is absolutely critical. Don't go lower, okay? This little delay prevents errors and makes sure your entire batch of videos generates cleanly without any failures. Then just set your aspect ratio, your clip duration, and of course, enable auto-download.
Okay, we are in the home stretch now. The heavy lifting is pretty much done. Your video clips are probably generating in the background as we speak. So let's put the final professional touches on our project by creating a killer voiceover and assembling the final edit. These last 2 steps are super fast, and they bring everything together beautifully.
For a voice that sounds like it belongs in a movie trailer, we are going to use ElevenLabs. Their free plan is amazing, more than enough to get started.
Just go back to ChatGPT, have it generate a narration script based on your cinematic Bible, paste that script into ElevenLabs, and pick a dramatic voice. I personally recommend Adam for that deep, confident delivery. Then just hit generate and download your audio file. Simple.
And now the final assembly. We put it all together in CapCut's free desktop editor. Here's the key, little pro tip for you. Drag your voiceover onto the timeline first. Make that your foundation. Then drag your numbered video clips into place, syncing the visuals to what's being said. After that, add some clean transitions, like a dissolve, generate automatic captions with one click, and layer in some background music at a really low volume, like 20%. Then you just hit export.
And that's it. That is the full pipeline. You now have a complete, incredibly powerful toolset to create stunning cinematic videos with perfect character consistency, all without spending a single dollar.
So, to recap it all one last time, here are the 5 free tools that make up our cinematic machine. We've got ChatGPT for the story, Whisk for those consistent images, Grok AI for the bulk animation, ElevenLabs for that pro voice, and CapCut to put it all together. This right here is your reference, your go-to cheat sheet for building absolutely incredible AI videos.
So there you have it. You now have the exact workflow that I use, a proven system that can deliver Hollywood-level production quality for free. The tools are yours, the knowledge is yours. So the only real question left is, what story are you going to tell first? I cannot wait to see it.